Hey Thomas, how are you?
Jonathan, I am tired, but it's 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, November 6th, the day after the U.S. election.
Yeah.
And praise God that Donald Trump not only won the electoral, but he won the popular vote by over 5 million.
Yep.
The Republicans have taken the Senate. It looks like it's going to be 55 seats. And Congress, it looks like the Republicans will also have that as well, too. So we'll see what happens. Let's pull up that electoral map itself. So last night, everybody's on the edge of the seat. They're going to pull what they did in 2020. Oh, we got, trucks coming into Detroit and Pennsylvania with ballots at 11 o'clock at night. So is this going to be like deja vu? But Trump was so far ahead when it came to Pennsylvania. These ballots that were coming in were needing the help itself. So right now, officially, Trump's at 292 electoral votes.
Yep.
He only needed 270 to win. Michigan just called a little while ago, within the hour, that it's officially Donald Trump. So, he took a lot of the swing states. I mean, he was on the verge of even taking Virginia, and he wasn't far behind in New Jersey, of all places, okay? But it's been the greatest showing in New York since 1988 for a Republican, as far as the votes that they got. Your thoughts on the night itself and also the victory at hand?
Man, it started good. And you started picking up a couple of the states here and there, and it looked good. And then the only part where they started showing some reporting for Pennsylvania, and it actually showed Kamala ahead for a little bit. And I know that was a big state for that they were talking about. So
Mhm.
for a quick second, I was a little scared, but then once you started to see the other ones come up, and they were, he was getting them, you started to feel relieved. But then you saw these we saw videos of like dump trucks of like coming to be counted, so that we were getting
Yeah,
scared, like what's going to happen now? Like it's
exactly.
around 11:30, 12 o'clock. What's about to happen? So,
Yeah.
but I mean, I think it all worked out. I think all Americans are going to be in a better place now going forward. Hopefully, we can start to bring everyone together, and they can unite behind Trump. I mean, this is exactly what we needed. We talked about how important it was that he gets it in, and he's here. He got the popular vote, like you said. And if we look just quickly on like the Senate, so like you said, right now what they're saying is that we gained 3 seats for the Republicans. There are 52,
Mhm.
and then as of now, it's saying 201 for the House.
Yeah, and there's close races, but they said overall it looks like
Yeah.
the House is going to be for the Republicans, and the Senate they're actually saying it's going to be 55 seats total that the Republicans have after the count's done. A few people's reactions this morning because my phone was ringing, and people were talking to me because this is something that's we've been all chatting about for over a year.
Yeah.
Um, hey, we got the next 4 years, and then, some was saying, hey, we got the next 12 years. We got JD Vance after that. Well, let me put things in a real perspective for everybody. Um, the people that won the Senate and the House, they're going to get sworn in on January, okay? And then Trump's going to get sworn in January 20th. You got to remember, you're going to have the midterms 2 years from now. So basically, in about, less than 18 months, these people are going to start campaigning for all of their, 435 seats in Congress. And there's going to be a certain percentage of Senate seats they're going to be campaigning.
Hmm.
Trump is on the clock. He's got about 16 to 17 months to really make an impressionable view in order for the people come the midterms in 2026 to say, hey, you know what? Let's keep going red. That's what it's going to come down to. He's going to have to really move his agenda. The transition team is going to be very interesting. I feel there will be possibly, multiple assassinations attempt on Trump. You might even see one prior to, January 20th because the powers to be don't want him in there. Kamala's supposed to give a speech in about 4 hours of conceding, but who knows what they're going to say and do.
Yeah.
And just like in the biblical times, when you read the Bible, Just because you think evil's down at its worst time, that's when it rises up and starts percolating even more. So these people are going to be at hand. Your thoughts, Jonathan?
Well, to start off, you always find it where when you lean too much one side, it corrects itself through the elections, and I think that's what we've seen. These last 4 years have been tough for a lot of people, and the wokeness that has come in, and it doesn't obviously with what you're seeing here. Everything coming out here, and you have a red wave going out there. People are not into that, so I think that's why everything, for Republicans, it moved in their favor this time. Um, so yeah, Trump he has to move quick. He has to come in and prove what he said he's going to do, and he's gonna have to now back it up with action and make people's lives better and do what he said. So let's see what happens with that. I'm confident that he will do what he said, and he'll
Mm-hmm.
make things better for all Americans, right?
It
Um,
will. Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, as far as I don't know what may happen, what they might try and do to him. I hope everyone just unites and we just all try to do the best we can for the country. I saw Mark Cuban, I know we talked about him a little bit prior. I
Mm-hmm.
saw he congratulated him and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. So
That
it's
he won fair and square. Yeah.
so I don't know. I mean, you think there's a huge list of celebrities and A-listers that hate Trump and said they would move if he wins the election and all that, but you really hope now that it's over and he won, and we have to look in the future. So we hope that everyone can just come together and just help us out, help the country out. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Well,
a
it's time we need to unite. And you know what? This country hasn't been united where we could have conversations with either side for over 20 years. It's probably like a good 25 years since that happened last.
well,
Um,
yeah. I mean, I think a lot of the frustration and fear. I think a lot of Democrats had fear that Trump was going to get back in over these last 8 years, and the fact that he's in, and this is it. This is his last go about for it. So maybe they'll make the best of it and try to make it work so everyone can come together and we
well,
could push
it
it
goes
out.
it goes a little bit deeper than that. I mean, what it's you're doing like a storybook thing there. I understand, but you got to remember, Agenda 2030 is still in play. It's for the Western world, and they want to get that through. And people that haven't no knowledge of that, please read into Agenda 2030, but read Agenda 21 first, so you really have a basis because they rebranded it as Agenda 2030 in 2015. The thing is this. Trump's got to be focused with his transition team. You got Elon Musk on there. You got Bobby Kennedy, Tulsi Gabbard. You also have Ron Paul coming aboard. You're going to do this efficiency department. If you're going to start cutting, start cutting. Show the American people. We, the nation of America, we need to take care of our people. We need to make us more productive, bring things back to the shore for manufacturing. We can't be selling our country out like they did with NAFTA and the Pacific Trading Agreement. So we have to stay focused, all right? And that's what it comes down to. Any closing remarks, Jonathan?
Let's just see how the rest of this year work out, and I'm going to be very interested to watch any of these conferences that come out there today and this afternoon with Kamala. I want to see what everyone has to say, but yeah, it's time to unite. It's time to get going and get working.
Yeah, well, one thing that is actually reacting is the market today. It's up over 1,400 points. So it's going to go crazy. Listen, everybody, we appreciate you listening to us. Thumbs up, and you guys have a great day. Please share. Bye-bye.